Hello, this is Randy Rolfe. I'm an independent consultant with Nikken, and this is an independent presentation by us distributors wanting to share our story and help anybody who wants to learn more about Nikken, or maybe this is one of your first introductions. And it's about 30 minutes, and we'll share our stories. I'm going to go through a PowerPoint first to cover the business and the products and the philosophy of Nikken. So let me share my screen. And get the slides started here. And we believe Nikken is a better way to a life in balance. I discovered Nikken 21 years ago now, and it's a fabulous company out of Japan that's based on creating a life of balance, and we'll be talking a lot about that. And it's quite a challenge today to have a balanced life, and we know from our own personal experience here that Nikken is a better way, and it really addresses people, planet, and profit. And it's a choice. It's a choice to get involved with Nikken. We believe it's the right choice. It certainly has been for me. And it's a combination of really building our wellness and working together with a wonderful group of collaborative entrepreneurs. So first, we'll get into the philosophy of the company, which is based on the 5 pillars of health, that the pursuit of balance is grounded in these 5 pillars: healthy mind, healthy body, healthy family, healthy society, and healthy finances. And success is the progressive realization of that goal of having all of these in balance. And I fell in love with that right away because I'd been a corporate lawyer, and not too many international corporations have that kind of philosophy that people deserve to live a life of balance. Also, I had left the practice of law to have more balance, to spend more time with my family, but I thought I'd also given up the big finances that I would have gotten as a partner at the law firm. So the idea that Nikken thinks you should have all of it really appealed to me. And there you'll find out that their compensation program actually allows you to have a healthy income without giving up your health or your family time or your balance in your mind and time to help your community. So it's really all about the little decisions we make every day, and they add up. Let me get rid of the panel so you can see the whole picture. So it's all about the small choices we make. It's not about some big thing, well, I'll lose weight next year, or I'll join the fitness club next month. It's the small choices we make every day about how we think about ourselves, how we move, how we eat, how we interact with the people around us. And consistently over time, these small choices make a radical difference. And that's what I had discovered when I left law. I became a family counselor and wrote books on parenting. And what I found in families was this was so true. So again, I was so excited that this was Nikken's core idea, that it's the small choices we make every day that make all the difference. And one of the key problems with families is the stresses, and finances is the #1 stress in modern life. And this is the 4 quadrants developed by Robert Kiyosaki to look at how we earn our living. And on the left side are the employees and the self-employed. And neither of them have any leverage. It's time equals money. And if you're an employee, you only get paid what the boss thinks you're worth, what the job is worth, not what you're worth. And as self-employed, you are often the last to get paid, or not at all. You have more control over the situation, but you may not have a steady income at all, and it's completely dependent on you being operational. And 5% of the wealth is controlled by the 95% of the population that are employees and self-employed and don't have any leverage. So the way to get financial freedom and get rid of financial stress is to move to the right side of these quadrants either as a business owner, like a franchise like McDonald's, or be an investor. And there you're either leveraging the time of other people when you're a business owner, or as an investor, you're leveraging your money. Your money earns money. But you can have that exponential growth because you're leveraging. And 5% of the population control 95% of the wealth. So that's where financial freedom comes from. So what do you do to get from the no leverage employee situation to being a business owner? Well, the new approach that the millennials are discovering is the gig economy. And that's where independent workers have an on-demand availability for temporary and part-time assignments. So you make your own time, you have more mobility, you can create more life balance. It's very cost efficient because you're working out of your home in most cases, or your car, like Uber. And the millennials have seen that the older generation cannot rely on the pensions from 40 years at a corporation. It just doesn't work that way anymore. So the growth of Uber just shows the miracle of online and mobile functions and the gig economy. GM hasn't grown at all, and Uber grew by a factor of 1,000 in 5 years. Likewise, the internet, Amazon has increased 500%, while Walmart is staying the same. So you can see there's huge changes happening, and our economic reporters are hardly keeping up with what's going on in the gig economy. But the Nikken advantage is that we work as a team. We're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. And we think we have the perfect gig. It's easy to enter. You don't have to buy a franchise, like $1 million franchise from McDonald's. It's easy to integrate into your life. It's less than $100 to get all the technical digital setup from Nikken, and then just get your products. So you feel good, you tell others, and it works like a charm. It's a turnkey entrepreneurial system that's been developed over the last 44 years, and leadership development plan is second to none in Nikken. So what do we do as Nikken entrepreneurs? We're leveraging our own time and other people's experiences in our group, and compounding our effort by helping others join us or just become customers. But we grow our business by helping each other. It's truly an amazing process. So the process looks like this. You join Nikken, and then you share and promote the amazing, wonderful products and invite people to become customers and consultants in business with you. And then Nikken does all the heavy lifting that corporations do: inventory, R&D, warehousing, operations, accounting, and sending out our commission checks, which come like clockwork. Retail commissions come on Fridays, every Friday, and all the other commissions come on the 15th of every month, like clockwork. And it's a very generous compensation plan. And the cash flow engine of the whole business is the products, and every home has a beginning and no end as far as becoming a better and better environment for the wellness of the family. So you start up with as many of the products as you can, and you get your consumables on monthly automatic shipment, and then you upgrade, you build your wellness home, you invite other people in your family, your relatives, your colleagues, and so on, and then there are constant product innovations from Nikken. So there's no end to building that wellness home. I have the insoles in my shoes right now are 4th generation models, and I still have some of the original ones, but I move them around among my different shoes. So it's a purpose-driven business model. It's an easy ABC system that we use. I'll go over this really quickly. This is your core circle of influence with the person with the wellness home in the center who wants to build the business. And then we have the 5, oh my goodness, that's not supposed to show up. We have the 5 or more customers that are accumulating their wellness home with the Nikken products, and then find 3 people to join you in the business and teach them to find their 5 and their 3 leaders, and it grows and grows, and that's where the compounding comes in. And the way we present Nikken is with the ABC system, where I'm being an A right now. If you're trying to introduce somebody to Nikken, you can introduce them to this program, and they will hear it from a different person from you. So if you're brand new and you don't know all these things that say about Nikken, you can go to somebody else, and they don't even have to be in your organization. They can be anybody, because we all help each other. We got 7 billion people to get into wellness homes. So the support system is very strong in Nikken. There's no jealousy among groups or any of that kind of thing that you sometimes find in direct sales. And these jewel, silver, gold, platinum represent how you are growing your business, and the more valuable you are to the company, the higher your paycheck and the more people you're helping. It's beautiful. And this is, I love this image going back to nature. You can count how many seeds are in an apple, but there's no way you can know how many apples can come from that one seed if it's planted and nurtured properly. So that's we have people in Nikken who have impacted hundreds of thousands of lives. It's amazing. And if you don't join Nikken, then there are people that will miss out because they won't hear from you about Nikken. So this is the cone of possibility. At the top is you or me with my business, and on the left, you're impacting your people that are teaching 3 to reach 3, your partners, and in the middle are the people you're affecting as customers that are getting more and more well in their good wellness home, and each of your leaders has their 5 or more customers. So that's where that multiplies by a factor of 5. And then on the top is where the profits are coming in for you at your different levels. And you can start very quickly at the silver level, getting $500 a month. These are monthly amounts. We also have Royal Diamonds that have earned $40,000 in a month, and repeatedly. So it's there's no limit. There's no glass ceiling. There's no limit. And these are all the different ways Nikken rewards us, including international trips and such. We can go into that more if you're pursuing the business. And now we'll talk about why the products are so extraordinary. And Nikken would not be Nikken without the amazing technologies that they started developing 44 years ago in Japan, which is the healthiest country in the world. Again, it's about the compounding effect we make about our health and our wellness, and our choices become habits, and then once they're ingrained, they really build health. It affects everything: health, relationships, success, happiness. And our 21 years ago, we weren't having quite as many health challenges as we have now. Stress is worse than ever, especially since the recession. Families are really stressed. People may have after-hour jobs, not just little gigs, but 2 jobs where they have 2 employers. We're not getting enough sleep, and we're not getting good quality sleep. And we know that immune system and the memory drop by at least half with 1 bad night's sleep. And people are tossing and turning. They've got screens in their bedrooms, and it's impossible to get a good night's sleep. So Nikken addresses that. And then air and water pollution, we hear about that all the time. Our air in some areas is atrocious, and 7 million premature deaths a year are attributed to air pollution. And water pollution is still a huge problem and getting worse as companies just let their trash go into the water. And we find that now there's medications, there's agricultural chemicals, there's endocrine disruptors in our public water. So if we don't filter that out, we're in trouble. We're creating toxic burden on our body. And of course, the kids suffer the most, and this is atrocious. In this leading country in the world, we have childhood obesity is an epidemic, and our kids aren't getting enough food. And they were just saying in the radio yesterday that there are 13 million people in the US last year who went hungry at least 1 or 2 days, and just because they couldn't afford food. And many people live in food deserts, and they don't get the kind of activity that they need. Schools are cutting back on sports because of budgets, and it's insufferable situation. So what is the answer? It's about taking personal responsibility through self-care. Be healthy by choice, not by chance. If you leave it to chance, it's not good likelihood that you're going to have a long, healthy life. So this is what Nikken offers, this Nikken certified wellness home. And Nikken's been doing research on everything that nature provides to keep us healthy. And I love the Asian philosophy that they support health the way nature does, because nature knows best. We can do all kinds of chemistry and studies on how our body works, but it's always more complicated than we can possibly grasp. So like we do for plants, we try to provide everything nature does, the light and the warmth and the nutrients and the rest and the lower stress. So it's like the Nikken home's like a greenhouse for humans. And this is a quick scheme of the categories of products we have. We have nutritionals and skincare. We have a whole line of energy products for during the day to keep you in a natural energy environment. The very first product was the insoles that put you in the magnetic field of the earth as if you're walking barefoot in the park. And you feel that way all day. And imagine if you felt like you were walking in the park all day instead of sitting at your desk, or in the law firm was 17 stories above the asphalt in the city, and there was no natural magnetic energy in that building. And then we have all kinds of, we have a grounding pad, we have a seat, which I'm sitting on at my desk. We have the Kenko Touch, which is a pulsated magnetic, delivering stress reducing magnetic and massage to any area that feels stressed. And then we have our whole water system. So waterfall replicates everything nature does to cleanse water. So there are 3 different kinds of filtration. It's gravity feed. And then it magnetizes, alkalizes, and mineralizes the water. So all those things that nature does. And it tastes fantastic. So we find in families, kids, instead of asking for sugary drinks, they just go for the water, which is fantastic, much healthier. And then we have a sport bottle. It does the same thing on the road. And a shower system that's amazing for hair and skin that does also similar things to cleanse the water. And then the sleep system, which I think is the core of our product line. It puts you in a total cocoon of natural energy, both the magnetic earth energy and the solar, that energy in the quilt, and then the pillows are ergonomically designed to cool the head and to give you the magnetics to support the whole nervous system. And the little mask there keeps you in the dark at night, which makes it much easier to get a deep, deep sleep. So it's amazing. So here's a sleep pack. You can, with the packs, you save 10% off the regular price. And of course, if you're a consultant, you also pay wholesale less 10%, which is amazing. So for deep, restful, restorative sleep, the sleep pack. And then we have the water pack for pure alkaline magnetized water. We have the energy pack for relaxation and comfort all day, and jewelry. I'm covered with Nikken jewelry as well as my insoles. And this little square pad that is under the insoles, that was designed for the lower back, but you can put that anywhere where there's stress, and it will immediately make you feel better in any kind of stressed area. That's great for the lower back. It's great for any tummy trouble. It's great for any breathing challenges. Truly phenomenal. So this is a quick scheme of what it means to get a wellness home. You buy all of those packs. You can buy them all at once, and for less than $5,000, less than redoing all your kitchen cabinet covers, you can have a wellness home, and I guarantee you will feel wonderful. And when you get all these packs, you're saving a tremendous amount, and if you're a consultant, selling these packs gives you a wonderful, wonderful income. And this is a quick scheme of all our nutritionals. They're second to none. They're based on, as much as possible, on organic sources. What's on the label is what's in every pill, which is not true in most nutritionals. This is a high, high standard for quality control. And everything works. It's not megadosed. It's designed to support the body the way the body wants to be supported. So these are nutritional supplements. They're not nutraceuticals. They're not designed to create some specific change in the cellular level. It's designed to support the body in doing what it does best. And they're arranged, easy to understand. There's some for the nervous system, some for the gastrointestinal, some for heart health, some for immunity and detox, some for bone, and some for just total functional foods, which is the best from the fruit world, best from the vegetable world, and the finest meal replacement powder on the market today. So truly amazing. And here's all our skincare. I'm not going to take the time to go into it, but it's again organically based, based on marine minerals. It's truly amazing. So returning again to the philosophy of Nikken, if there is any area, what area in those 5 pillars do you want to see shored up a bit? And Nikken can help you in all those areas. Obviously, helping people with the products does a lot for society. You are helping your family's health and finding more time if you're working from home for Nikken. And like I said, the compensation is great. The products really help the body. And you're working with really positive people who want to help the world. So it's a great environment for the mind. And we have wonderful humans being more trainings with Nikken. They're always trying to build the mind. So I invite you to be a customer. Just start anywhere with the insoles, the water, whatever catches your fancy. And if you want to start sharing it, Nikken will send you checks and you can become a part-time entrepreneur, or you can fire your boss and become a full-time entrepreneur. It's work. It's not a magic, pill to get rich, but it is one of the best businesses you can get into today. And many people are recommending direct sales. And even if you're not going to build a whole enterprise out of it, if you have a home business, you can take deductions for your home expenses, and just the tax breaks are worth it. So let's begin your story and join us for active wellness and living a life in balance. And of course, it's your choice. So we hope you made the right choice. So we have a few more minutes here. Gosh, I took a while there. But I'd like to invite our people that are on board here today to share their favorite Nikken story. Let's see, Connie, you came on first. Do you want to share your favorite Nikken story?
Well, my favorite Nikken story, of course, is I am forever grateful to the person that introduced me to Nikken, because I had sore feet, and I'm an exercise instructor, and sore feet would have put me out of business. But another fellow instructor offered me the magnetic insoles. I tried them. They worked. That was 20 years ago, and I have shared them with other people. And the greatest thing about this company is, and these products, is seeing how they can change others' lives. Simple, everyday, chronic ailments, and they can help. So that's and there have been all sorts of stories after that, but I'm forever grateful that someone took the time to introduce me to Nikken.
Thanks. That's so true. If we don't share what we love, other people are going to miss out. So Hattiejane, can you share your favorite Nikken story?
There's so many, because like you all, I've been around for a while. It's my voice coming across clear because I'm operating off my phone. Thank you so very much. And Randy, it was a fantastic presentation. I can't wait to share it with a couple of people I know. My first story, well, when I first heard about Nikken was from a fellow massage therapist. And I thought, well, that sounds interesting. And well, maybe. So when I had him, she invited me to come see her about an hour, just about no, under an hour away. I drove up, listened to the presentation, looked at the product line, went, because I had gone from strictly working at the bedside of patients as a floor nurse in teaching hospitals, my mind wasn't totally open before working on directly on the body under the tutelization of massage therapists to get my certification. But they had opened my mind, and because of that, my mind saw the potential of Nikken to be a entry point for what I thought was for my patients. So managed to wear a pair of the insoles home, which was on an icy street, and I'd been up since 5:30 in the morning. It's 10 o'clock, after 10 o'clock at night, and I had a second wind. Now, I'd been wearing the insoles for an hour or so they weren't immediate, as some people have shown, but I had a second wind. Not only had a second wind, but I was alert. I was safe on the road again. Oh my goodness gracious. These things have an effect. Well, let's see what goes down, because the next time I would see the young lady wouldn't be until next week. So over the time and element of the week and showing the people and showing them what I'd been seeing and so forth, and the excitement I felt, and the amount of energy, natural energy that was available to my body, the natural improvement of sleep, the natural improvement of cognitive functioning because I was awake for a change during work, made me terribly excited. So the next week I took the money and I signed on as a consumer and as an independent distributor. Now, I'd never done anything like that before. I'm a great consumer, but I'd never sold in a store. In fact, I could be holding my own personal packages and people come up to me and ask me for help or where to find something. So I felt, well, okay, we'll try this, because I needed a plan B. I was aging out of the bedside nursing territory, and administration was not my forte. So that was 22 years ago. But the most important thing was the realization that I had hope. Because as I was aging, normal things were happening, some strange things were happening, besides being tired. So for the first time, I felt that I had hope, that I could make a difference. I had a choice in taking what could I do for my health to improve. Because I've been doing everything else. I wasn't young. So for me, that still brings a catch in my throat, because you have hope and you're willing to have an open mind. You can continue to learn more and more about your body and its responses and improve the options for it. And it's so exciting that Nikken has continued to grow in its offerings and in its ability to have such a wide range now compared to when I started. So check us out.
Thanks so much, Hattiejane. That was very moving. And it's so true that the products do change your life when you have the energy you want to get everything done that you want to get done, and you see what you can do for other people and just really make a difference. And Dee, would you like to share your favorite Nikken story?
Sure, real quickly, I was introduced to it by a friend who said, Dee, you're always tired, and I was. I was working many hours a week and not sleeping well for 15 or 20 years. So I really felt an urgency to feel better and have more energy and have no discomfort from this old car accident that talked back to me every day, and my back issues and all. And but also the idea of the 5 pillars of health and humans being more made so much sense to me from a holistic standpoint, that if we can move toward balance in those areas, our life is enhanced in every area. And I feel like the solutions that Nikken has are so economical because they're safe, they're effective, they're simple to use. You purchase something and it lasts and it lasts. I've got some things that I'm still using from 10 years ago. And it's expensive to not be healthy, not just financially, but in the loss of what we're able to participate with, whether it's work, family, fun, all the things we want to do in life. So it is a beautiful answer for me individually. It has been, and for the people I have shared it with. And I didn't plan to do it as a business, but I didn't want to continue to work 50, 60 hours a week either. And this was a wonderful way to be able to have the freedom to move out of that into a business that is so life-giving. And you can do, it doesn't matter the age, because what we have is helpful for everyone, again, no matter what the age, from babies to the centenarians. So thank you, Randy. Oops. Lost audio from you, Randy.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Dee. Thanks so much. And all of you shared such wonderful stories. And whoever's watching this video, please realize that you can have these kinds of results. And I didn't have any complaints, but I also was so surprised to find that when I ran, I didn't get tired. When I swam, I never got tired. And 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I was still as alert and excited as I started the day. And I would wake up feeling ready to go. Nothing had stagnated or anything. And for my husband, it was a huge change because he has asthma as a child, and he always breathed through his mouth until about 3 months into being on a Nikken sleep system. He woke up with his mouth closed for the first time in his life. And that made a big difference for me too, because he slept better and he didn't get colds anymore, things like that. So you never know what can get better. He didn't ever expect anything to change. Our nutrition had gotten rid of his other symptoms, but wow, Nikken changed everything. So do check it out. And so many of you have mentioned what it meant to have a plan B and to have hope for your mature years, and to be able to reach out and help others, even if you're not a wonderful nurse anymore. You really need to take a good hard look, get back with the person who sent you to this video, and join us. Make a choice for wellness and balance. Thanks.